Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another Team Unity Roundtable discussion. And with me once again this week is our General Secretary, Mr. Alex Bruno. I affectionately refer to him as the Professor, although that is really Eldon Alfred's title. Shelley is the Professor. I look forward to his return in the Kaiso competition. A very prolific writer and a performer as well. I remember following Shelley on his. I've been in the media business for a while, and I've made my contribution to the junior Kaiso Monarch for a number of years. I used to tell certain guys, yo, you need to watch that fella, that young man there, Mr. going to the Daily Brother, Mr. going to be a big shot in the business in the future. Fast forward to 2023. Signal band, big band in the business. Maybe making one of the the entities making a huge income during the season. I Triple K I would assume makes more. The Calypso Association make more. You able to shed some light on that, Professor Bruno?
No, I don't know. Sorry, don't put me in your jubu, about who making more and who making. Did you do any research on who making and how they making?
Probably we can invite the treasurer of the Calypso Association and he can give us some insight.
To tell us how much money they make. Well, they should declare publicly. They are publicly trading associations, so they should actually.
And it's a non-profit.
Yeah, it is an association, non-profit. Yeah, so they really should. And I think the information is pretty much published. Do they publish it? They really should be published.
I think they publish it. But with that said, a special good afternoon to our viewers, those who are joining us and those who will join us and those who will replay it later on. Special greetings to the treasurer of the Calypso Association. I see he had a bumper crowd last night. Contrary to some belief that the Calypso would not make it, I see it can coexist. It can coexist with other events, although we have to keep our art form strong, but we also have to support other events as well. Good afternoon, brother Chris Buguno. See, you batting early with us. You see, what he said? He was the grammar school junior Calypso Monarch. That's good.
He said, really? I was grammar school junior Monarch. Bouteille Bottle from St. Joe wrote my songs because his connection with my sports teacher. Saki is my family from St. Joe. We used to do rehearsals.
Saki was man. Sports teacher before. No. My sports teacher at that time was Marcellus Lee.
Marcel. Tilling is in Nevis. He has been there for a little while.
Yes.
Okay, so Chris.
How much drugs are on that Savannah boy?
I didn't know Chris actually won. I think Chris was just talking Calypso because Chris liked to talk Calypso. So you are not for it on the subject matter, my brother. It's nice. And Chris actually is a brother, a soldier, a friend, a supporter, a real defender of everything Alex, Bruno, and TUD, and New Conversation and Progress as well. So Chris, is nice to have you here. Let's continue the conversation. Man. That's all I've been saying. Let's just have a new conversation. Let's talk.
Yes. So, brother Alex, it's the first thing which wrap up the season was the last thing. Sorry, and being on everybody's mind, the Calypso Monarch competition. I see you had in your program you were talking about the Trilla-G factor, and I listened to your program. It was interesting. Let me just say, Trilla-G is not the first person to put bike on stage for Calypso finals.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay, all right. Just let it.
What I said What I said is,
But he was he has a splendid presentation. I
right.
must say that.
He extended a movie on the
Into the
screen
show. That, yes.
to the show
That
live. Listen to me.
yes.
That was not easy to do, and he did it seamlessly. You could, I mean, the timing was perfect. You didn't miss. I mean, you're a man in visual, audiovisual work. You didn't miss a frame. It's like he drove in to the park from the movie. That is the new dimension. That is his factor. Because he has been doing that kind of thing. If you look at his songs that he did and the videos he has done, there's always something intriguing about it. And this man was able to bring that, replicate that in Calypso. I mean, and there is no question that this guy won the show last night. Pants down. Pants down. And that was one of the things I think which helped to give him the show. I mean, the second song too, with the boat and changing from the different mix-up commerce boat to the Dominica boat at the end too was huge as well. So, I mean, all in all, man, I'm so happy.
I must admit that I fell asleep during that part of the show. I had to give Calypso Association some blows too because sometimes the show drags on a little bit too long, man. I mean, yes, it's the highlight of the carnival season, but one, they start late. Two, the show dragged on a little bit too long. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's my honest opinion.
but I'm not going to criticize the MCs and the Calypso because I
No, I'm
know
not
that
criticizing the MC. I criticizing the show itself. It dragged on too
the
long.
production. So, who's the
Yes.
production manager again?
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't know.
Okay, okay,
That is one area they need to look at.
yeah. Yeah,
So
well, so you invite me here on your program. I think you told me you wanted us as a
yes, sir.
party to
Yes, sir.
commend, to congratulate.
We need to look at the overall winners for the season. I chose to start with Trilla-G because that was the last event that took place. But subsequent to that, before that, we also had the the National Queen Pageant, Miss Dominica 2023. I must congratulate the Kalinago Queen who I looked at her before. She was very consistent. I
Hold
looked at
on, hold on. Congratulate who?
Miss Dominica 2023.
Oh, because you said the Kalinago Queen, my brother.
But she's a Kalinago Queen. She's a princess from the
No,
Kalinago
she's the
area.
queen. Oh, she won. Say that, got somebody, don't mix us up there. Say she had won the Kalinago Queen title, but she's now the Queen of Dominica.
Yeah, she's the Queen of Dominica.
So don't refer to her as Kalinago Queen again.
I take note of your
Yeah,
corrections.
man, the Carnival Queen of Dominica, former Kalinago Queen. You check what I'm saying?
You have elevated her status.
Yeah, boy.
Elevated her status.
Respect to the Kalinago sister, boy. That is Dominica's queen, my boy.
Adicia Burton. I think she did a splendid job at the show. She did a wonderful job at the show. I looked at it. I can also mention the contestant from the Granby area. She also did very well at the show. I think Dominica overall, Dominicans I noticed in the social media space have been embracing her performance.
Yeah, very popular winner. I think both she and Trilla-G, very, very, very popular. Very
Yeah.
popular winners. No questions, no doubt. And we commend them from our team to them, their team and their families.
Oh, but Alex, before we go into the others, our own Kendra Stevens, the most improved calypsonian for 2023. We we,
Okay.
we, we cannot skip that.
So, well, we do it in order. So we do the queen, the Kaiso king, Kaiso queen, and obviously it's Kendra next. So Kendra is a founder
Yes.
of
Founder of
Teammunity, a
TUD.
supporter, a member, a friend, an advocate. She's everything.
Very
TUD.
hardworking woman. As a matter of fact, today when every probably be taking her children to the kiddies carnival, she's at work.
Yes.
Dedicated worker in her field.
Yeah, and she let us know that we in touch all the time with Kendra, and she's our sister, and she was adjudged the most improved Calypsonian. I really have no doubt about that. And again, another popular selection with her soursop.
She's
Boy,
always
she looked sweet all season long, and every time I saw her, I felt so proud of our wonderful sister in politics and in business. So congratulations to her for being adjudged the most improved, and I suspect next year she'll be on the big stage. I hope that we find favor with the judges and she makes it to semi-finals first and then finals. That would be lovely.
I want to see Kendra on the big stage, bro.
Yeah.
See Kendra on the big stage. Yes, and all the others that I mentioned, the mother's queen, Miss Nisha Prosper, the
Yes. Model
junior.
Queen Bishop Prosper, a very interesting one too, very popular winner as well. And I didn't see the show, but I saw excerpts of the show, and I cannot say more about her. But I'm happy for her. Yeah.
Right,
Hmm.
and the junior monarch and the Booyah monarch, junior Booyah monarch, junior Booyah and Calypso monarch.
That's a double man.
Yes,
Isn't that the
the
gentle
show
boy I heard who is the son of Benji of
that is
TK?
Tice Faustin.
Well,
Tice Faustin.
congratulations to you, young man, for stepping up and for being a next generation of musicians from your family. We at TUD wish you well, and we're looking forward for your continued participation in the culture of our country. And later on also, or even now too, we'll start writing songs and singing songs about the issues that children face. And if you sing those songs, we will give you a platform to promote the songs from our party. And certainly when we get into government, we will represent your views as well. So congratulations. The sky is the limit.
Josiah Fagan as well. That's one of the, I think he was the Booyah monarch. And Tice was the Calypso, the on the junior side, of course.
So the same thing to Josiah. We wish you well. We ask you to continue singing the Bouillon and think of the Kaiso too, because Bouillon come from Calypso. And just know
Mhm.
that TUD is here to help you with your promotion in any way. And feel free to write your big songs and to sing about the issues, because the future is in your hands and the future is now. We can't wait. So go ahead and grab your countryman and fix it. Because those of us who want to fix it have not fixed it for the past almost 2 decades, more than 2 decades. So it's time to fix
Do
your
you
country. Young
do
people,
you
take your
think
country.
do you think we'll see a collab between father and son?
I would think so. That should be nice. If and I know if I know Benji well, Benji is a marketer, is an entertainer, is a promoter. I would see that, but he must not rush it. If the boy is not ready, he shouldn't put the boy as yet. I would maybe let him work before, and but I expect to see that happen sometime.
Right. And in other shows that we have winners. We have Kenisha Antoine of the Castle Secondary School, who is our Miss Teen 2023.
Oh yeah. No, before I even comment, don't you have the pictures, young man? Is there any way we could be showing it while we're talking about them? No, I don't know. You can.
Um,
You don't have to if you don't have to.
I
If you
I
can, to
I have their photos. They are all on our Facebook page.
okay.
They are all on our Facebook page,
So
and
people can look at them.
person
Also, we made a
can,
post promoting them
yes,
using all the
yes,
photos.
yes.
But my partner, you're doing well, man, Mr. Leader. Why? Why? Is there another party that you saw did it? That's why we did it, or you just decided to do it that way?
No. We have to take the step, take the bull by the horns.
So we are the only party that did that?
Just like we are the only party with an election manifesto in the last election.
Okay. And these are the things that people are going to remember. The naysayers who may say that third teams does not do well, wait, we will see. And there even some who said that the last election proved that we didn't get many votes. I say 100 votes is a lot of votes. And next election, I might multiply by 10 or maybe 20 times. So never be too busy. Be thankful for small things and work for big things. So if we are the first, young man, I want to commend you as a leader for initiating that. And I invite people to check our page to see all the winners all at once. That was pretty nice. Very nice. Well done, Carlos, Mr. Leader. Well done.
And with that, let's go back to Miss Kenisha Antoine Ramley, Castleville Secondary School, or Miss Teen 2023.
Okay. So it was a good show. I again tried to catch the show. I didn't get everything, but I saw a very ugly scene towards
Yeah,
the end.
I saw that as well. But kind of disappointing. I don't think that should be the reaction that persons give. I mean, especially now being the return of events after a break during the COVID pandemic, we should embrace. And the judge's decision is always final.
Well, yeah, that is a cliche. It's a saying. I don't really. It is final, meaning that what judges do should be respected. I prefer that. Let's respect the judges' decisions, even if we believe or defer or believe that they got it wrong. I prefer that than saying it's final, because it's not final. I can speak about it, but you don't have to. You should never take physical action when a judge decides that this is it. And I think I saw some children. I heard a young lady using some real explicit language. And I think the children learn from the society. And a lot of the ways in which we try to solve our disputes is by so doing, by trying to castigate, bring people down, make we. So the children learn what they leave. Those children who hurling little missiles on the stage didn't learn that in Guadeloupe, no? Or New York.
They
They
learn it
learned
in
it from us. And we have to be very careful what we teach our children, because I think sometimes we blame the children, but when we point one finger, many more are pointing against us. So I think we as a society must look ourselves in the mirror and stop blaming our youths. But it was ugly. It was not very nice. And based on what I was told, I mean, Miss Teen was very fairly judged. I think she was good. She actually did appear to have won the crown. She was consistent. So I'm not in the business of condemning, but as the Gen Sec of our team, I would like to appeal to those people who felt the need to take action. Let us practice taking action, different form of actions. But throwing stuff on the stage was a little untidy. It didn't look. I don't think it was the best action that could have been taken.
And I concur. I agree with you on that, my brother. This cannot and should not be tolerated. And moving forward, steps should be taken to look at preventing that in the future.
Oh yeah, there should be an investigation. There should be penalties passed on. It's true the children learn it from us, but they should be punished. And people should be told that that's not how we do business. There should be intervention. There should be a little conference or council. Get the people who you saw doing it and say, look, no, that's not how we're going to do it the next time.
And
Teach them a different way.
And with the advent of social media and with so many cameras, all of that should not be hard to do.
No,
Should not be hard to do.
It should be done actually.
But in other better news, Professor, the DBS Radio, our nation station, had an entire day on the 14th of February for Muyo Day. Normally, you have Muyo Day and the radio stations play the music on their various radio stations. But on this year, they had they took it to the stage. So
Yes.
they were at the festival city, and they had the entire show, which featured many Booyah artists throughout the day, and it culminated with a show in the evening. I must say I have to congratulate them for putting that together.
Yeah.
I know James at DBS must have been working hard behind the scenes, putting everything together. Of course, with under the leadership of his manager and the other guys over at DBS, Rice Man and all the other. K Warner who did her thing in the afternoon. Experience Creole. I saw the man Derek Peters doing the training with the members of staff of DBS on that stage. That it came down very nice.
Yeah.
Were you able to take that? I know you're
I
busy.
didn't, but I was actually speaking to somebody on island who was driving past the venue and told me what DBS have a thing there, man. And the person told me they were going to stop and go in there for a little while. I don't want to call Edgar Hunter's name, but
A guy everywhere, man.
he's my friend, man. That's my buddy, man. You know what I'm saying? So we were having a conversation and he was passing by. You see, Edgar, I respect Edgar and he respects me. And when you respect is earned, you manage it. And Edgar and me don't share the same political partisan view, but Edgar and me share the respect, camaraderie. Friends should share, even if we are on different sides. And yeah, I love him for that.
Yeah, but the Booyah Monarch was a splendid showing by the various artists. And
Good.
I would like to encourage more involvement in it moving forward and look to growing the show that was held in the evening, growing that even further to include even more Booyah artists. Everybody who can should take part, and even for our corporate people to not just talk the talk, walk the walk, sponsor the shows, help. These shows are not cheap or easy to put on, you know.
No,
And for the money they were charging at the gate for the show, $10.
nothing.
That is nothing
Papa, I ain't.
to put on a show like that when you have to pay 3 4 bands to perform plus DJs plus sound system. Oh, we all have to come together to make sure that we don't lose our various art forms, and this is one that we need to invest a little more in. Doesn't matter doesn't matter what you may think about certain people contribution towards it, but they are making a contribution towards it, and that is keeping the art form alive. We see them traveling on our music. They travel on it. Let's encourage them to do good.
Yeah. And when they travel, they promote the music, they promote Dominica.
Oh, they fly in.
And
Have you seen Esa Bantan perform overseas?
oh yeah, man, that man is a Dominica billboard man.
That man
Dominica
fly the
billboard.
Dominica flag high.
Yeah. Energy, 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 man.
So much you say that some regional performers are afraid to perform after him.
Yeah.
You know, you know what it's like to perform. Alex, you're a performer. Do you know what it's like to come out after a high energy performer to try and wake up a crowd that are already tired? They jump in and waving for steady hour, and you come directly after. But that's tough, you know.
It's a
And
tough act to follow.
Issa Bantam has that recipe. I'll give him his credit. He also give him credit for his event he did, Sunrise.
Yeah.
Sunrise that was over this weekend, Friday, I think it was, Saturday morning.
It was Friday into Saturday morning.
Yeah, I see the patrons enjoyed themselves at that event. Um, and we must not forget the other two big shows for the season, the Stardom tent and the Mascam tent. In those tents, Tasha P won the Stardom Monarch of the tent, and Dice, the nine-time Calypso King, won the Mascam Monarch of the tent.
Yeah, and I think these were powerful wins. Very little controversy, if at all any, in terms of both wins. And congratulations to them. Congratulations to them for both winning and for putting their best foot forward, and to everyone else who performed on those shows. But certainly, this show is to highlight the winners, Carlos, and I continue to applaud you. Because I'm telling you, you may not see this as a huge thing. Wait, give this another year or two, and you will see how big that initiative is. And now other parties may want to do it, but you did it on Dimanche Gras, the Sunday of Carnival. Timing is a lot, or timing has a lot to do with things in politics. So again, Mr. Leader, I commend you for doing the research, for getting all the names, and for presenting the winners here.
Yeah, and I must big up the winners of the various events. They have to keep the flag going. If and the other participants as well, because winners alone cannot make the others are also winners as well because they keep the show on going.
Oh yes, you cannot win by yourself. You must have somebody to compete against you to win.
No, no, no. And I must say that of most recent memory, the Calypso show, that show was of a very high standard, very very high standard, and I would not want to be a judge.
It was a huge show, huge show. But when you get involved in the judging, I don't think the pressure is on as people believe. The judges just go and do what they have to do based on the criteria, and that's it. I don't think they have a difficult time. I mean, yes, probably if it's very tight, but it's who comes up as the winner. You
Yeah,
are not going to try to reinvent the wheel. Just judge the thing. Who comes up win-win. That's how it's supposed to be.
win win.
Yeah, man. Who win-win? Who do win the win, man?
I I I I was yeah. I was in awe of the especially the first round. I took that in, boy. I had to take in Trilla-G. I mean, there's a video of Trilla-G's performance of that song online.
There's one.
Yes, there's a video of it. I saw it on YouTube earlier today. His performance of the boycott.
Trilla-G was big. He was big. And
Yes.
I spoke to that on my program earlier on Sunday, the day that this program is being released for the first time. But I can repeat it again in terms of the decision that he took not to release the song ahead of the night, and what he did with the song on the night helped with his with giving him the edge over the other competitors. And there's a calculated risk that he took, which
I was wondering about it myself, but when I saw his press conference, I was wondering why not release your song before. And I realized too that he was under a lot of pressure in the on the especially in the social media space. But everybody want to hear the song, everybody. But that also worked in his favor because it also builds up the anticipation. And I I'm not anyway, yeah, let me leave it like that. It builds up the anticipation. I realized that. So everybody was looking for that song.
yeah. So you analyzing the calypso now? I thought we were commending the winners.
No.
Yeah, Carlos, but you're not easy here, Carlos.
No, I was paying attention.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
he's a winner. He's a winner, man. He's a winner.
Yeah, it
Trilla-G.
was a good. I think it was well done, well executed. The strategy was well implemented, and it goes back again to, without lecturing, to what we have been saying as a new team. that people should not just dismiss people because they think that's how it was before, so it's going to be that way. Or it was that way, it should be that way. You never know how people received the strategies that you present and how those strategy work on those people. So never write out or write off someone. Never. Someone who tries to do something differently and new. And that's what Trilla-G did. And Trilla-G is the Calypson Monarch of Dominica today. He's going to get a handsome pay, very handsome, and he is going to reign for 12 months as the monarch. You don't, that's not cheap, man. That comes as with a great value, Carlos.
I also noticed the regional media picks up those things. As soon as the Miss Dominica show was over, I saw it being in the media in Antigua.
Okay.
Yes. So so you winning a show of that magnitude, especially that's the first time the show is returning in 3 years. A lot of attention is going to be placed on you. So I hope he's ready for the spotlight, as well as our Miss Dominica and our other winners of the various shows as well.
Yeah, I think they're all ready, man. These are young people who know what it is they're about. And like you, Carlos, you know what you're about. Again, I keep on coming back to the people who doubt you. You
No,
never know, man. I remember Johnson John Rose warned me about a movement that I was in prior to this one. And he was giving me stories about that movement, which I do not know where he got them from. So I used to diss him. I even publicly dismissed him on the media. He says, Alex,
you doubt me at your
you
own
doubt
peril.
me at your own peril. Boy, I
Mention that.
never forget those words. And at the end of the day, I saw it. I saw it. And I'm like, wow. So, boy, never doubt people who are trying hard and who are putting the best things or the best foot forward. Because tomorrow you might say, boy, I didn't see that coming. And
Well, I didn't
TUD is
doubt
a good
Trilla-G.
example of that.
I didn't doubt Trilla-G. I didn't doubt Tasha winning the Stardom, and neither Dice in the mass camp. I, the others, I'm just getting to know them. Just getting to know them. Like the Mother's Queen and so on. I'm just getting to know the others, but certainly the popular ones, I didn't doubt them.
Good.
And these are seasoned performers. I expected Trilla-G to do very well because he's a seasoned performer. So from that standpoint, I expected him to put his best foot forward, and especially knowing that he had his support circle behind him. And seeing little moves that he making, and say, yeah, that boy looking
So,
like he onto
so,
something.
so you knew he had a support circle behind him. Didn't you know that everybody else have a support circle as well?
Yes, I know that. I in the Calypso, I had my top three were Dice, Trilla-G, Tasha P. I expected, well, based on the performance of the show, I didn't see everything, so I cannot make any comments about the placements. But these were my top three.
Okay. I'm just checking, make sure that you're not giving any
No,
undue bias to any
no, no,
side.
no, 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 no.
All right.
I,
You know
I,
we have not much time remaining, my partner. We just have a
we have
handful of
20
minutes.
minutes.
All
20
right.
minutes. Anything you'd like to touch on?
No, I'm just happy that you brought me here as the head of our movement in terms of the administrative arm of our movement. Because as Gen Sec, that's what I do. As the political leader, team leader, you look at the politics. So I'm happy that you asked me to come here, and I want to give my blessings to your initiative to recognize the winners for Carnival for 2023. I think it's a fantastic initiative, and I challenge other parties to put on such programs where you deal with the people. in the culture, civic engagement, political as well, but not just for your win, but get involved with what the people do. So I challenge the other political parties in Dominica to have a similar exit program for the carnival, to pay attention to the winners. Don't feel bad if we did it before you. Still do it. Because the more of us who do it is, the better it is.
Better for the art forms.
Yeah.
Our brother Chris Bugun wants you to write him a song, man. You still writing song, Alex?
Yeah, I do write, but I'm very selective about writing. And for Chris, I would write any song. I think I have the idea already that I could offer my brother if he wishes to sing it.
So you want to write a song about climate change?
Yeah, we can do that. We can. I guess. Do you want it slow in terms of classic vintage Kaiso? Or do you want a tempo?
Well, I
Like
think you already should take that discussion off here.
yeah, the man pulling his ranks on me, boy. All right, partner. Remember, I can vote in the delegates conference and for
That's
that.
okay. That's okay. That's okay. But until
Right.
then, until then,
Watch how you pulling your rank there.
you don't want to put your business outside on a little too early. Chris,
Oh,
call
that's talking
Alex,
about.
call Alex and talk about all your song. You know how to get in. I know all your buddies. Well, folks, I don't want to take up too much of everybody's Sunday afternoon in the background. I'm not sure if you're hearing it, Alex. You hear any music in the background?
Yes, yeah.
Boy, the carnival is hot in Dominica. The
Why, yeah.
Kinfield has a hi-fi running from since early morning. Not
Election
early.
again, man. Election, I'll come in there again, man.
Yes, the election is Monday and Tuesday.
Uh,
The election on Monday and Tuesday. Who
okay.
is the monarch for the Monday and Tuesday? The road match.
Why, I think anyway, I don't really
No,
foreshadow, but normally the person who wins, if they have well, not if, the person who wins get a good momentum from the win, to the road. So I'm not too sure which song's going to win the road, but expect Dick Taylorship to play a lot. And I think Chichi Chichi will play a lot as well. I think He Gas will play. There are a lot of big songs, Dogs,
oil
uh,
that dog song.
Singing Dogs.
And
Yeah.
the guy who sings that song, Mighty D,
Hmm.
he embodies this song when he's performing it.
Oh,
He,
yes.
he's a good performer. I see a bright future for him. Anyway, yes, but yeah, the music is going. I'm guessing in the various villages. I see Portsmouth is having their Kisses Carnival as well, and I think in Roseau it's on in Roseau as well. So the younger ones are already enjoying their carnival this afternoon, and the big show Monday and Tuesday starts early with Juve, and then the electronic bands come on from 7 o'clock, 7 to 10, and it goes on for the rest of for the 2 days. So everybody, please have a safe carnival, keep it clean, let's enjoy it.
Let's check
Welcome
out.
to our diaspora family who are here. I see a lot of people from all over are here on the island. Reach out to your various families. Feel free to stay as long as possible, and and let's enjoy the season. So you were saying, brother?
Yeah, well, what I was saying is, with all the great job that you've done to recognize the winners, I want to give you a little demerits publicly. Because you pull around on me a while ago, so I'm going to give you a demerit.
What did I
Uh,
not do?
uh,
Who do I?
you remember demerits in high school? Did you have that in high school? Demerit and merit?
Yes, yes,
Okay, and
yes,
when you
yes.
get free demerits as a detention, I think when you got 4 or 5 merits, that's a distinction. So I'm going to give you a demerit. because you big up the winners, but you didn't big up the carnivals. Because not just do we have one carnival in Roseau tomorrow and Tuesday, we had village carnivals as well. We had Marigot Carnival luncheon, we had St. Joseph Carnival, Grand Bay Carnival.
Are you aware that I bigged them up last week?
Oh. I'm looking for points on you there, boy.
You're looking for I did not do that today, but that was done in our last event when I was on. I cannot forget my village of Marigot, and I affectionately love St. Joseph. St. Joseph Carnival opening is always a special one. If you don't know, I have a lot of friends in St. Joe. I used to work in the area, so I developed a lot of connections over there. You as well. I know you have your connections in St. Joe area.
Serious roots.
Yeah.
Serious roots, my brother.
So I will never forget those areas. I also remember Salisbury, my little duvet, if my deceased friend Dave Thomas. He was a sprayman in the area. He passed on. But we always used to be in Salisbury as well. Those areas are building back their carnivals very nicely. I observe the various openings. You also have to big up the bands, Alex. The bands,
Yeah.
hardworking bands, especially Triple K and Signal bands, who have been going. They're working very hard this year. And
Well,
I also have to big up the
Bouillon,
Reach.
Bouillon Mafias.
How
Come on, no, man.
I can forget
Curlson,
Hillston. I will never forget.
Curlson thing and Delhi have
Let me
problem.
come down. Let me come down to Maho. Let me come down to
Okay.
Maho. You will see them on the road in
Oh,
Maho. They're
so
on the
why you
road.
so hot about Mahona? You keep on giving what you promoting Maho? Why is
I'm hot about Dominica, my brother. Hot about Dominica.
okay?
I also know this afternoon there's an opening in La Plaine. Are you aware of that?
That's your job. You're the politician.
There's opening in La Plaine this afternoon, and La Plaine is getting ready for their carnival season as well. So all overall around Dominica, everybody's getting into the spirit, and I congratulate all the villages for embracing the spirit and keeping it safe, keeping it enjoyable, get everybody involved.
Okay.
So
Well, commendations to you.
I,
I
I still have
kind
a
of took
demerit.
I kind of took back the demerit that I was giving you. Yeah. But I'm not gonna forget that you know you reprimanded me live. I might still cast my vote, but I remember that politicians and people in politics don't forget very easily, but they forgive, but they don't forget. Yeah. So I mean, I must say, out of the 4 programs, I was here with you 3 times or twice, and we promised a 4-part series for the carnival, and we delivered a 4-part series again. And people who are observing the politics, this is not vote catching. This is what we do. This is political too, because we do programs and we expect people to follow us. They are following and seeing that we are delivering. We are very consistent on the ground and on social media, on media generally. So, young man, keep up the good works, keep on projecting positively, and I think the people will reward you and us with leadership that works for them, not work for the interests of the leaders and I'm saying, the parties of the leaders. So
Yes.
good going, and I'm here to assist in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, well, the business of the party continues, and the business of Dominica continues. Subsequent to the carnival season, we will be starting our, and folks can look forward to seeing me on the ground as well as other members of our team. We will be having our events as well. So look forward to that. And stay tuned to our party page. We will put out our announcements there as well as my pages as well. And Mr. Bruno's page as well, and other persons associated with the party. So stay close and stay tuned. We will be announcing where we will be and where you can meet us, so you can have discussions with us. And
or where we can meet you.
yes,
Because we intend to meet you more than you meet us. In fact, we're going to come to you. We
yes,
may not come with big trumpet and big loud music, but we will come bearing love.
because it's a conversation. So we
Yeah, we will
need to have
come to have
conversation
conversations with you.
with
So
everybody, so you know.
don't expect maybe to see big loudspeakers and even a lot of pictures every time we do something. We're going to come to you to give you quality one-on-one time. And when the time is right, if you want to put pictures out, you can put pictures out. But we'll continue to be on the ground with Dominican people.
Right.
So, Mr. Carlos, can I leave now? You had me on overtime.
Yes, you've been at it. Likewise myself. Folks, we thank you for tuning in and paying attention to what the community has to offer. Those who are on with the live and those who will play it back in the future. Of course, your comments have been well received. Cheryl Pond and brother Chris Buguno. Who else was on? But anyway, we will respond to all of those who post their questions and comments publicly. All right. So yes, on behalf of myself and Mr. Bruno and the rest of the team, I thank you for viewing us and asking us your questions and staying in touch with us publicly. Thank you, folks, and enjoy your carnival season. Keep it clean, keep it safe. Again, to our diaspora Dominicans, welcome home. Enjoy it. Have some jelly water. Have some. Keep it safe. Make sure you drink your waters. Your what do you call it? Your pork, your bouillon before you go and have the bouillon on the road. Folks, have a good afternoon.